Stink, you got 3 minutes for some financial literacy because we got to get some things learned. Okay? Okay? Part 2. Now, as we continue learning what inflation is, we get to visit or revisit the idea of who actually benefits from inflation, right? Now, that would be individual borrowers, business borrowers, landowners in real estate, and equity investors. See, this is what happens. If you have a fixed rate mortgage as an individual borrower, if you have this in times of high inflation, you're in luck. Because when borrowers obtain fixed rate loans during the low inflation periods, their loans become inflation proof even when the price increase happens. Okay, because although they're paying the same amount in installments, that money is worth less in higher inflation periods. Essentially, their loan amounts don't increase with inflation. They actually decrease because the currency is devalued. Business borrowers, right? So the right tools encourage businesses to develop better products, better processes, and better ways to do business. Businesses that take loans on fixed interest rates during low inflation can also take advantage of the low price stability during inflationary periods. Then we have the landowners and real estate because the asset of real estate investors and landowners can appreciate significantly during high inflation. Land is an asset that constantly appreciates in value because it's of limited supply. Additionally, when inflation levels rise, most people flock to buying land because it retains value steadily. Message! Anyway, equity investors. Listen, systems and platforms keep the company organized and on track for achieving business goals. However, putting your money in stocks is much better than holding on to your cash during times of high inflation. I just want to tell you. All right, you know what I'm saying? And about that land, the increased demand for real estate results in a stable stream of income for real estate investors and landowners, helping them beat the adverse effects of inflation, right? So then, there's 5 ways to beat inflation, right? In real estate prices almost always increase with inflation, which benefits investors with the performance of other assets they suffer due to inflation, right? Equities are another way to beat the harmful effects of rising consumer prices. Okay. Commodities like gold and other precious metals provide investors with decent returns. Then you have collecting fine wine, because fine wine is known to significantly increase in value over time, especially when consumer prices are rising. Then you have treasury inflation protection securities. TIPS basically are bonds backed by the United States government. They help protect investors from rising general price levels. Yo, listen, if I have to ask you one thing. If I can make it affordable and actually fit into your budget, is there any reason why you wouldn't schedule some time with me to talk more about this? You've been great, class. See you next video.